Hey guys, Logan here in the Nemo shop. We're going to do a couple first looks at some stuff that I picked up at Harbor Freight this week, and also this will be episode 2 of the Model A build. So to get right to it, I picked up a 4.5 inch angle grinder from Harbor Freight, Chicago Electric. Can't remember the exact price I gave for it. It was on sale. It was next to nothing. So I figured it might come in handy for getting rid of some of these pesky riveted brackets that I won't be using on my hot rod build. So we're going to take a first look at this and see how it looks. And then also, addition for the shop, picked up a Harbor Freight rolling seat. So I'm going to get this stuff put together. We're going to get in here to the Model A, and we're just going to talk about the first look at these tools, and then we're going to do some work on the Model A. So thanks for watching. First of all, as I started to unbolt some of the unwanted and unnecessary for my build parts of the Model A, such as the front fender supports, and I decided I think I'll go ahead and remove the floorboard supports, which are actually off on this side. But when I went to remove them from the other side, I realized that most everything on the frame rails of this car had been riveted on. Alright guys, so I've got the rolling seat put together. It looks really nice. I assume it's just going to be exactly what I was looking for. I'm not sure how it'll compare to like a Craftsman or anything else, but for the price I don't think I can beat it, and we'll take a look at it here in a bit. There's the grinder. So far it looks okay. It did put a wheel on it. It didn't come with any wheels, so you have to buy a wheel. I'm planning to use it to, you can see I've already actually used it a little bit to grind off some of these rivets that are in this Model A frame. They're just tons and tons of rivets. So there's a bunch of stuff on the frame that that I won't be using anymore, like these brake linkages and stuff, and we're going to try to get them off here tonight and see if we can grind some more rivets with this grinder. I forgot to mention I did buy 4 of these furniture dollies, they call them, at Harbor Freight. They were on sale for $7.99 a piece, and they're the same ones that I use to set my body on, and they're really handy. I'm able to just basically shove the body around anywhere I want, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with the frame, so I can kind of roll it around, spin it around, since I don't have any tires or anything on here. The tentative plan is to strip the frame of all the unnecessary brackets, these old shock absorbers that I won't be using anymore, and basically get the frame all stripped down, and then I'll start worrying about pulling this motor and transmission and getting it put up for safekeeping. And I'm kind of narrowing in on a motor. I've kind of got a line on a 289 high output engine that I'm wanting to take a look at, and then also I found a couple 292 Y blocks. So I haven't completely made the choice yet, but we'll be getting to that here shortly, hopefully. But before I can even think about that, I need to get the frame stripped down. Of course, after the frame's stripped, I'll probably start working on rear end and front suspension and try to get a roller. And when I get a roller, then I'll start worrying about motor seriously. So, all right, well, let's see how this grinder works. All right, guys, so let's see how this works. Well, it seems to work pretty good. There we go. Alright, so first bracket that won't be getting used again out of the way. We'll go ahead and get these rivets down flush. Alright guys, so got these 3 rivets out flush. As you can see, there's a bracket here, unused bracket there. These shock dampeners will eventually come off. There's one bracket that was already missing when I got the car here, but those rivets need to be taken down smooth, and then I'll probably go ahead and knock them out if they come out. If they don't come out, I may leave them. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So far, grinder works great. Little roll around stool is good. We're getting there. I'm going to start removing linkages and get this stuff out of my way, and then we'll keep on moving forward. Alright guys, so far so good. We've removed the brake linkages running from the right rear wheel and also from this other side. I don't know if I'm going to reuse this brace or not, but for now I've got it taken loose. I've got to disconnect it right there, and I can go ahead and remove it. I'm going to move on now to removing the front brake linkages on both sides, and from there we'll get the camera back on and I'll show you some more grinder action when I remove these running board brackets that I won't be running those either. So far so good guys. The only thing I can say about the Harbor Freight electric grinder is it does get warm, and I think I probably should have bought the one with the paddle wheel switch instead of this switch on the side. It's kind of I don't know, that's kind of a pain in the ass really. Other than that, I mean, haven't done a lot with it, but I mean, it grinds, so you can bog it down, but I mean, for what I'm doing with this little project right now, it's doing just fine. And if it lasts the whole project, then it was worth it. So anyway, I'll get back to you when I get to the other side of the car. Alright guys, so for this rear shock dampener, luckily I'm able to get to the bolts, so I'm breaking out the big dog here, the Milwaukee M18 half-inch impact. So let's see if this will take them loose. Pretty easy. Alright guys, so they're pretty well frozen on here, but I'm going to try to persuade them a little bit with a hammer and get them to break loose a little. There we go. So one removed and we'll keep on going. I kind of have intentions to possibly box in this frame, or more than likely actually box in this frame. I was going to buy an aftermarket frame. Could still happen. This work might be off or not, but I'm not leaning that way right now, so I'm going to go ahead and prepare this frame like I'm not going to be buying one. Alright guys, Logan here from the Nemo shop. So this is kind of the aftermath and what I got done today. You can see I got a pretty good pile of stuff removed that I won't be using in my build, but I'll put that all up, and maybe somebody will come along that's needing something for a more stock build, and I'll have some parts that they can use, and I'll be glad to help them out with it. So basically, I've removed the shock, removed basically everything along the frame rail that I don't tend to use, with the exception of this this cross member still that's holding the transmission and the linkage there. That'll come out whenever I pull the motor. But the wife just yelled and said supper's ready, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a night for tonight. I'll come back out here in a little bit and sweep up and pick up my tools for the evening. And then tomorrow evening I'll start in on this side, and we'll get that side done. Anyway, thanks for watching episode 2 of my Model A build. I hope you rate, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. Later.